Mazda is proud to have been named the best SUV brand by U.S. News and World Report. Right now, get 0% for 60 months on both the Mazda CX-30 and the Mazda CX-50. Experience the Mazda difference and save thousands at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Well, good morning. It's 7:03. I know, we got a little slate. Wow.
Oh, that was a good little
I feel
wipe
like
right
we needed
there.
a little, and all that jazz.
Oh, well, no, I am not jazzy.
He's jazzy.
I am not jazzy. I am, you know what I am? I am the living definition of elevator music.
Wow, that's not a bad thing.
I don't know that it's a good thing, Liz. I don't know if it's a good thing. So.
Oh, it's a compliment.
That's jazzy right there.
He is
Have you seen our man dance with these four?
Oh, boy, does he have the jazz hands on his forecast?
So good.
Yeah,
See, we don't laugh.
That's just all right there.
That's
all
any
you
other
got.
moves?
No, that's
You
it.
put it all to the forecast.
Well,
that's
look,
why.
I got other moves. I don't
It's a
think we
long
want to
show.
go
We do
there.
whatever you want.
I know. Moves like Jagger.
Come on.
This is a long show.
It sure is.
I'm with you. It never ends. It never ends. Me, as much as Johnny tries to make it end. How are we doing when it comes to, hey, sun's up, ready to go?
Yeah, so, excuse me, not a bad start outside this morning. We are in the 40s right now, but a pretty start. Our Sky 9 camera in Port Allen. The sun coming up behind some of the buildings here in downtown. That view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. We're in the 40s just about area wide right now. Baton Rouge 46, New Roads, Macomb 44, as cool as 43 in Hammond. So grab a sweater or jacket on your way out this morning, but by later this morning, lunchtime, probably won't need it anymore. Mid to upper 60s by noon, especially when you factor in bright sunshine and highs in the low to mid 70s. Now winds today still out of the north, but that's going to change as we get into the weekend, kind of doing a 180, swinging around to the south. So as we get more of a southerly flow, things are going to start to warm up. Now it's one more pretty cool start tomorrow morning in the mid 40s, but up to 78 for a high on Good Friday. Saturday starts out in the mid 50s, 82 for a high, partly cloudy, and then your Easter Sunday, a mild morning, 61, and a downright warm afternoon, 84, but at least we keep it dry. Now Easter Sunday, we'll see some clouds rolling in, but nothing major expected. Right now, we're kind of sandwiched between storm systems. We got a cold front moving to the east coast, rain lining up along the east coast this morning. We take you out to the left coast, the west coast, storm system spinning off the Pacific Northwest. As we told you, it'd be the case, not moving a whole lot. So right now in between, our weather kind of controlled by high pressure. And with that in mind, just not expecting much to happen weather-wise over the next several days. 74 for a high today, 78 tomorrow, but we hit the 80s this weekend. The good news for your weekend is we keep it dry. So anything you might have going on outdoors, weather should not be an issue. We could actually hit the upper 80s by Monday, getting pretty warm. And then we'll wait on our next cool front to arrive Tuesday into early Wednesday of next week. Not looking like a terribly active system right now, just a few showers expected. But once the front moves through, we do see a decent cool down. Highs go from the mid 80s on Tuesday in the low to mid 70s Wednesday and Thursday, and could drop back into the 40s for lows for a day or two by late next week as well. All right, the time right now, 7:06 with an update on your Thursday morning drive. Here's Jerry.
And the roads have been surprisingly quiet for this Thursday. Dr. Steve, thank you so much. Weather cooperating, so is traffic. I-110 at Florida as you work your way southbound towards your screen. Northbound moving away, it's been very quiet there. Also over here at I-12 at Essen, both eastbound and westbound in that vicinity looking good. I-12 west not too badly backed up today. Getting a little bit slow on I-10 going westbound towards the city. That's on our Gordon McCurtain camera looking across the highway near Acadian Thruway, but still moving okay. Basin looks good, but over in Lafayette on the north side of their town, Glorious Switch 98, that is a crash at the I-49 corridor. That might cause a little bit of a slowdown there. We've got another cone up here closer to our downtown area, Monterey Drive, a crash at Great Smoky Avenue, that's near Amazon. And then here's a look also in the same frame of I-12 westbound as you make your way towards Airline 61 and eventually Town Center by the 10-12 split. Looking a little slow, but not too bad compared to the previous couple of mornings. I-12 west from Jubin to the 10-12, 19 minutes. I-10 west from the 10-12 to the 10-110. That'll run you about 6 minutes. Stick around. We're going to be right back.
7:08 your time right now, getting you kind of stepping you through some of the headlines. The biggest headline continues to be actually one followed from coast to coast here, the bridge collapse in Baltimore, Maryland. And Liz, the latest is from the Coast Guard. Obviously, we knew that they had suspended the search for survivors and turned into a recovery mission. And it seems that they have actually recovered a couple bodies. 2
of them here, 4 people still presumed to be missing, dead here. And now it's gone from recovery mission to a salvage operation.
Right.
Now you've got the director of the National Transportation Safety Board saying that the investigation, it can take up to 2 years as to how this actually happened, how that bridge collapse actually happened, how that hit that. So a lot at play here. But so this is not only impacting international trade, world global trade, but this also has international impact when you talk about the victims and their families, right?
Yeah.
You've got members of the families of the victims from Guatemala, El Salvador, still wondering where is their loved one.
Right, and so that's part of this.
Yes,
right. And
yes.
so again, it continues here. This is going to be a story that continues to play out for weeks, months, potentially years here. Let's get you back into South Louisiana. One part in particular, see right there? That is, see the little red? This is Entergy's power outage map, and we've been following this for about an hour, a little bit more than that. That is where? Sherwood Forest, kind of near the interstate?
Sure is, right there by I-12. And you can see we've been following this since about 5:30 this morning. We've reached out to Entergy, and they tell us still working to figure out what caused this outage. It's about 2,000 customers impacted.
Yeah.
We keep seeing it jump between 1,800, 1,900. But obviously, if you live in that area, you're waking up in the dark, you're out of power. It looks like that estimated restoration time is roughly 8:30, but you know, give or take, it could be shorter, it could be longer than that. Still waiting to find out exactly what happened here.
Yeah, so when we know, you'll know, and of course when your lights come back on, you'll probably know before we will, but
sure will.
We'll keep you in the know. Let's jump on the interstate there, I-12, and head out east a little bit, Livingston Parish. We've talked often about some of the moratoriums out there on building and neighborhoods, that kind of thing, but some of the conversations, Liz, have been kind of complicated. When you talk about where this is going into effect, what's being impacted, so maybe some simplification today?
That's the goal here, right? District 5's got that moratorium in play where they're not allowing any new land development or land to be developed out that way. You got a councilwoman, Erin Sandifer, who says the goal of this is to kind of simplify the developer's code, but obviously you got people who may be at odds at this. So if you want to weigh in publicly, there's a council meeting happening tonight. It begins at 6 o'clock.
Yep. Let's get you west side of the river, West Baton Rouge. There is apparently a car theft ring, and some big arrests made here, and actually one person still being looked for. But Liz, when you talk about, according to authorities, how this was being worked, right? These thieves apparently scoped out in Port Allen as these cars were being delivered by rail. They scoped it out, broke into the yard out there, found the cars they wanted to take, and then pretty sneakily figured out how that they were going to eventually steal these cars.
All using Apple AirTags.
There you go.
They actually targeted Dodge vehicles, and this is a multi-agency investigation over about a year's time. Well, they got 6 people behind bars, still looking for one man that's here.
There you go,
that's
right
25-year-old Kenneth Strickland, I believe. If you happen to see him, he's riding in a 2019 Chevy Malibu. They believe, if you think you've seen him, it is a call to Crime Stoppers at 344 stop, but an intricate plan to make sure that they were they did this 19 other times.
Exactly, a lot. Speaking of doing it a lot, get on the scammers out there trying to find your money. They just keep getting after you. Central Parish Sheriff's Office is warning you, if you get one of their phone calls from somebody pretending to be them, saying, look, pay us this money or an arrest is imminent, don't pay attention to it. That's a scam.
Please, please, and go ahead and let your elderly parents and neighbors know as well. They're going to target them too. So if you get a call, someone claiming to be a deputy asking for money, red flag. Go ahead and call APSO to seek that out immediately.
Women's History Month. We are actually empowering women. We got a big Women's Empowerment Summit. It's happening today. This is the Walmart Supercenter on College Drive.
It sure is. You can see Mayor President Sharon Weston Broome is going to be there along with the McKinley High Band. They offer unlimited dancing divas performing there as well. Food trucks are going to be there. It's going to be a great day to celebrate women there at the Walmart on College Drive. Another great opportunity to celebrate women, sending off the women a reigning national champs match.
That's right, getting off to the Sweet 16. So what they're going to do today, 12:45 out there at the PMAC, you kind of know the PMAC pad in between the two kind of ramps there. So 12:45, sending them on their way to Albany, New York on the Sweet 16 and their date out there. If you want to get out there and celebrate the reigning champs, encourage them to make another run. 12:45 at the PMAC.
Heads up, some programming changes we want to quickly let you know about here. 9 News at 6 tonight and then 9 News at 10. Well, that's going to air on WBXH. Keep in mind, because of the basketball game, 9 News at 10 is actually going to air at 9 News at 11 on BXH. And some notes for the weekend, too.
So, yeah, you see that 5:30, obviously, on Sunday. Not going to be on the main mothership, WBXH, but as always, WAFB Plus, you can stream the whole, all the newscasts.
Like we are right here.
Oh my gosh.
You can find all the joys that our extra
all the joys.
programming, including 9 News Now, and we'd like to bring you the latest headlines.
We do. Are you a fan of the laser tags?
Yeah, I haven't been. Oh, it's been a long time.
It's been a minute. Apparently, it's National Laser Tag Day, and Main Event got some special deals going for you.
Come on, they say that they're actually going to offer that special deal to celebrate this national holiday, apparently.
National holiday.
It's so big, they want you to
Why are we here?
celebrate. So if you and your family are looking for something to do, maybe you've got an early spring break or just some time to kill, today might be a good day to go visit Main Event.
That was always like a birthday thing for the kiddos back in the day. It was always like putt-putt golf and then bowling and then laser tag. The kids always just come out of there sweaty. And
that's what I remember.
Like bleeding. Like, what happened?
Bleeding?
What you got going on there?
Right. Intense. It got really intense.
Laser tag's a real
Look
deal,
at that.
man.
You got Mama playing too. That's awesome.
Now,
Yeah, adults play. Adults like to
yeah,
play too.
absolutely.
Watch it. It's fun.
I've done laser tag. I've never done paintball. Have y'all ever
That's a
done that?
whole other
No.
level. I've done stories
9
on
News
that.
this
and,
morning. Bonding
Yeah,
activity.
I
That
think
might
we
be the
need to
next
do
thing.
that.
Okay.
It's
Bonding.
I was going to say, it's not going to be as bonding as you think.
Steve, how'd you get the black eye?
Yeah,
Johnny
no.
got me. We'll see. We'll see. We'll work it out.
Welts everywhere.
If you're ready to score savings on your new vehicle, the play call is simple. Make your way to Team Honda. That's where you can see the new 24 Civic, named the #1 compact car on the road and the best compact car for the money. Score your new Honda savings at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.